Hey guys, this is Miss Dupe, and today we are going to talk about triangle angles day 2, and this is going to be notes page 9 in your notebook. So yesterday we talked about how triangles have 3 angles that add up to 180 degrees, and we learned how to solve pretty simple problems solving for angles. So our first example is going to be an example that we did yesterday, just to review that again. So here's a picture of our triangle that I just drew, and we're going to have 76 degrees. We're going to have a missing angle, and then we're going to have a right angle. So the first thing we need to do always is to recognize that our right angle is 90 degrees, and that's an angle that's already given to us. The next thing we need to do is write an equation. So in our equation, we should be adding up x from this angle, 76 and 90. And those should all be set equal to 180 degrees because all 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Then the next thing we need to do is solve the equation. So we want to add these 2 numbers together because we need to combine our like terms. And 76 plus 90 equals 166, bringing down our equal sign in 180. Then we need to subtract 166 from both sides, and we get x equals 14. So for this particular problem, since our missing angle was just x, that means that our missing angle is 14 degrees. So x is 14, and our answer is 14 degrees for our missing angle. Now today we're going to do some more complicated examples. So to show you an example, I'm going to draw our triangle here. And our missing angles are going to be x and x plus 2. So we're missing 2 angles, and we're given that this angle is 68 degrees. We're going to approach this problem the same way that we did on our last easy one. So we're going to add our 3 angles together, x plus 2 plus 68 equals 180. Next, we are going to combine our like terms. So our like terms here are x and 2 and 68. Now all of these have plus signs in front of them, so x plus x is what we're going to do. We're going to add together. It's really like a 1x plus 1x to get 2x. And then here we have a positive 2 plus 68. So 2 plus 68 gets us a positive 70 equals 180. So after we combine our like terms, we have a simple 2-step equation. So we are first going to subtract 70 from both sides, and we get 2x equals 110. And then we are going to divide by 2, and we get x equals 55. Now, while we have x equals 55, we also have to say what our angles are. So I'm going to call this angle A, angle B, and angle C. Angle A we already know is 68 degrees. However, we have to solve for B and C since they are x and x plus 2. Angle B is pretty easy because we already got x is 55, so if x is 55, then angle B is going to be 55 degrees. Angle C we have to do a little bit more work for because angle C is x plus 2. So we really have to do 55 plus 2, which is 57 degrees. So now we have solved for x, and we have solved for all 3 of our angles, but 2 of our missing angles. So we're going to do 2 more examples. Example number 3. might look a little bit easier, but it's different. So this is 62 degrees, this is 50 degrees, and this is x plus 75. So once again, we're going to set up our equation first, and I always like to start with my variables. So x plus 75 plus 62 plus 50 equals 180. And just a reminder, those are coming from all three of these angles right here. We set it equal to 180 because all three of our triangle angles equal 180. Next, we're going to combine our like terms. So here, x doesn't combine with anything because that is our only x. But we have a positive 75, a plus 62, a plus 50. So we can combine all three of those numbers together. So we're going to grab our calculator, 75 plus 62 plus 50. And that equals a positive 187. Bring down our equals 180. Now, as you can see, when we subtract that 187 over to the other side, things look a little bit different, and you can probably tell we're about to get a negative number. 180 minus 187 is negative 7. Even though we're getting x equals negative 7, that doesn't mean our missing angle is going to be negative 7. That just means our x is negative 7. We still have to say what our angles are. So let's call this A, B, C. Really easy. We know A is 62 degrees. We also know B is 50 degrees. But angle C is x plus 75. So we need to take the value that we got for x, which is negative 7, and add 75 to it to get our answer. So negative 7 plus 75 is 68. So angle C is going to be 68 degrees. All right, so our last example is going to be kind of a monster problem. So in this one, we're going to be missing all three angles, and all three angles are going to be expressions. So we're going to have 5x minus 6, 7x minus 9, and 2x minus 1. And the reason each of these expressions are in parentheses is to just group together our numbers so that it looks a little bit more neat and we understand which numbers go with which angle. So first we're going to set up our equation, and it's going to be a really long one. So we're going to have 5x minus 6 plus 7x minus 9 plus 2x minus 1 equals 180. And when we take those expressions and put them in the equation, we're going to take off our parentheses. The next thing we need to do is combine our like terms. So 5x, positive 7x, and positive 2x are going to combine first. And we're going to get 14x. Next, we're going to combine our constants. So we have negative 6, negative 9, and negative 1. So in your calculator, you need to do negative 6 minus 9 minus 1, which equals negative 16. Bring down your equal sign and your 180. Next, you're going to move your negative 16 over to the other side, and we are going to add, since it's negative. Bring down our 14x equals in 180 plus 16, which gets us 196. Lastly, we're going to divide by 14, and we get x equals 14. Now this is just our x though. What kind of makes this a monster problem is that we have to go back and plug 14 in for every single angle. So we'll call this A, B, and C. So to solve for angle A, wherever you plug 14 into for x, you're going to put parentheses around it, and then you're going to type that in your calculator exactly like that. So 5 parentheses 14 minus 6. So we get angle A is 64 degrees. For angle B, 7x minus 9, we're going to have 7 parentheses 14 minus 9. And we get 89. So angle B is 89 degrees. Our last angle C is 2x minus 1, so 2 parentheses 14 minus 1. And this is going to equal 27 degrees. So here's all 3 of our angles, and we have our x. All right, go ahead and complete your assignment. Good luck, and we'll see you later. Bye.